Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 20th of July. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. And this is the Green Witch Tarot. So we've got the Star, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Athames. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. The Star is a major arcana card. These are minor arcana cards. So these are the things that qualify this really. The Star is an amazing card in the major arcana because it's the card that really represents hope for the future. And in this deck, it's absolutely beautiful. You can see this fairy in the water and she's pouring more water into this sacred pool. And what the Star is all about is getting real with herself. And by getting real with herself, she discovers her own special brand of magic. She knows that she has value, that she's a special, wonderful creature, a wonderful creation. And when she sees herself like that, she becomes a magical fairy. She lets go of all the negative things that she's been told in life, that she's not good enough, that she's not pretty. Imagine saying that to someone like her. And imagine someone saying that to you. What an effect that would have and how incorrect that is. That you're not enough, that you never will be. All of those things that we hear. So she makes a conscious decision to take control of her life and to say, I'm now doing a detox. I'm cleansing my brain of these negative thoughts and these negative beliefs, and I'm getting honest with myself. I'm doing an inventory of myself and I'm saying, okay, this is a faulty belief, that's going. This is faulty, going. That's positive, we'll keep this, and so on. So by doing that, she creates this magic, she becomes this magical fairy creature, and a giant star forms in the sky as well. So she's really shining her light. She's maximizing her potential. She's becoming the person she was always meant to be. A lot of people don't do the things that they want to do because they feel their parents will disapprove. And even at the age of 50, people are like, but my mother. And it's like, you're 50 years old. You know, it's your life. When are you going to understand that you have value, and if you want a great life, then you've got to share that with other people so that you get value back. And also you feel much better about yourself in the process, and you're doing something that really allows you to feel like you're fully alive every day, rather than just sleepwalking through your life. The next card is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a new beginning. Usually it's a man standing in a red cloak and holding the world in the palm of his hand, and he gets to decide where he's going. And it's a gate card, and it's about moving forward in life and being the master of your own destiny. In this deck, we've got a witch who is sending frogs out with her wands to go on a special mission or to build something. She's holding something that she's making there in her arm and she's waving. So she's all good. She's all good. We don't need your sticks. We don't need to start anything new. Or if we are starting something new, we're already ahead of you. We've loaded up all the goods. They're ready to go. Give this signal. Yes, so she's the wands have to do with, I'm doing this a bit backwards, my apologies. So the suit of wands has to do with life purpose and passion, okay? So the guy who's usually holding the world in his hands, he is looking at what he wants to do, who he wants to be in the world, and what his real passion is. And you discover that by getting real with yourself and getting rid of the junk messages that obscure your value and your purity and your truth. And once you've done that, then you can decide, okay, this is what I care about and that's what I'm doing. And what I'm seeing in this card is that she's already living her life purpose. And she makes fabrics and she loves doing that. She's got this wool thing around her. And the frogs are saying, okay, truck, it's time for you to go. We're ready. So it's saying that a lot of you are a lot closer than you think. And a lot of you are a lot closer to doing what it is you're meant to, even if it feels wrong at certain times. But also, 1 and 2 is a relationship, okay? So yes, this is a gate card into a life that's secure and prosperous because you're living your life purpose and because you did get honest with yourself. And then you did realize that your talent was making fabrics and you built a nice cottage as a result of making all the money from living your life purpose and adding value to other people's lives. So it's a relationship that you have with yourself that has caused all of this. If she didn't make this fabric, none of that would exist. Nothing. So you really have to realize that your life circumstances, you're responsible for what you've got. The past choices that you've made are where you are in your life right now. And the decisions that you make on this day are going to determine where you are going to be in future. So listen to your feelings, get honest with yourself and meditate today a little bit, okay? And really connect with the universe and really get real with yourself and stop kidding yourself. If you do, we all are in denial about something about ourselves. There's something we don't like about ourselves. And you can't criticize yourself into not doing that thing or not being that thing. You got to accept it, and that's what's going to heal it. Water is healing. Allow yourself to be healed by letting go. Ask for the willingness to let go of things if you don't feel like you can do it. Let your star shine. Find your life purpose through all of that. Go through a different gate into a new life that you can shape exactly as you want it. She built this house because she likes this style, and you can start a new life. Now that has to do with life purpose and work. Then we have the 2 of Athames. The 2 of Athames is the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is usually a woman sitting in front of a lake with a blindfold and her arms crossed and 2 swords shielding her and protecting her. So she doesn't know what's going on, and she's really defensive. And in this deck, they've changed it, and they've made it as... they've made it more into a relationship. So they've got the sword, so this scythe, Grim Reaper, but they're using it to harvest the wheat. And the way they've stuck the swords in there almost has said, it's almost like a peace offering, that, isn't it? Or a symbol of peace. It's like, we're not going to fight each other. We're going to use these scythes to pool our powers together and to harvest this field together. So rather than fighting each other and going against one another, we're not going to compete, we're going to cooperate, and that way we'll get the job done much quicker. Now that's a different meaning to the 2 of Swords than I usually associate with it. I usually associate not seeing things clearly, being defensive, and not being in touch with your feelings. And that's actually very true, because these 2 have reversed that. They're not defensive. They were initially when they met. Who are you? But they shook hands, friends, no problem. So they don't have to be defensive. They see each other and they see the problem at hand, so they know what they're doing, and they're in touch with their feelings because they know they have to do this. And some of you are going to hate me for this, but I actually think this could be a relationship. So I think this is an indicator that if you focus today on being your truest, best self, you're either going to find a relationship with yourself in terms of your life purpose, or you're going to find a relationship with another human being who you love and who you care about and who you really didn't expect to fall in love with. Like maybe you met under circumstances where you're competitors, like you met at a board meeting of 2 warring advertising agencies, and you meet and you're like, oh, you're the competition, but then actually you bury the hatchet and you become partners. So it's an amazing day to really shine your light and to get so much good stuff out of the world. And it's all about relationship with the self and relationship with another person. 17 and 2 is 19, and 19 and 2 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. And we've had a lot of 3s lately. And 3 is about a new beginning and communication. So talk to yourself and you'll have a new beginning in terms of your life purpose or your love life. If you struggle with any of these areas, so if you don't know what your life purpose is or nothing's happening for you in relationships and you don't know what's holding it up, then please get in touch with me for a private reading. We can have a look at that. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. It shows me a blueprint of your soul, so I can see what your life purpose is, what's destined for you in love, in work, what your vocational aptitudes are. I can see what your strengths are, your weaknesses, what you need to overcome, what's destined for you in love and work and family and health and all of those kind of things. And also if you have specific questions for me, then I can answer those. So please get in touch via the website for a personal reading. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and I'll speak to you tomorrow.